Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. You know, when it's exactly 11 o'clock, it is time for Security 247 on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. My name is Dayo Anthony, and I welcome you to another great time on radio this morning. For those who are just tuning in, we want to say welcome. Where have you been all this while? Now, remember, we talk about issues of security, safety, protection when it comes to us in Lagos, especially our families and everything that concerns us. So yes, welcome to Security 247, powered by Lagos government. Of course, we work in collaboration with the Lagos State government to ensure that you know all you need to know regarding security, safety, and protection. Yes, I welcome you, like I said, to a great time on radio this morning. Now, yesterday was International Day of the Girl Child. Yeah, no, for no reason I showed that, but then that was celebrated yesterday, and we felt, okay, how about we have that discussion also? Let's bring in the celebration of the International Day of the Girl Child 2024 into Security 247 and talk about the safety, security, and protection of our girl child. Now, October 11th, every year is International Day of the Girl Child, and it is a key global moment on which to celebrate girls everywhere. Now, we're amplifying their voices, actions, and leadership. It is a day that belongs to everyone who cares about girls and their rights. And this year, the theme for the celebration is Girls' Vision for the Future. And we say, empower a girl child today, change the world tomorrow. Every girl child has the right to dream, to also achieve great things, and to also be encouraged with the tunes that happen in the world. All right, on that note, I welcome my guests, because you know we do not do this alone. No, I always have my guests right here in the studio to have discussion when it comes to Security 247. Every time we bring in expertise that discuss our topic of discussion. My guest today on the program is a social worker and a professional marriage and family counseling. She's also a lead therapist at JMO Therapy. She's an officer of JMO Youth and Family Foundation that focus on the three core fold of rescue, empowerment, and charity. She's also a member of Child Protection Network, VPN, a network that protects the rights of children and families, especially the indigent or vulnerable in the society. And my guest is no other person than Mrs. Oluwaseyi Alashi. I hope I got that right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alashi, good morning.
Good morning, and great to have you here. Can you just please move forward a bit to the mic? Yeah, it feels great to have you here in the studio.
Thank you very much.
Yes, welcome. All right, so let's jump into our topic of discussion, which is commemorating the International Girl Child Day, which was celebrated yesterday. What's your take on the celebration as this?
Well, my take on the celebration is that we need to remember the general public, because the International Day of the Girl Child is celebrated globally. So we need to get this through with maybe the society, that girl child needs to be celebrated. Girl child needs to be given a chance to be equal with a male child, that we are also important. Girl in real life. That's the meaning of girl. Girls in real life. So they need to give us an opportunity to showcase our talent, our skills. We are also equal to the male child too. So I think, to me, that's what it stands for, and that they should give us a chance, and more women should be
an advocate.
To be an advocate. So we need to let the whole world knows that a girl child is important and we have rights that needs to be respected.
What are those rights? What are those rights?
A girl child have rights to education, like a child right law of Nigeria in 2003. Although it's a male and a female child, that is child rights of Nigeria, but it also affects a girl too. That is, a girl have right to go to school, right to education, right to also decide on their own, their right to also to be protected against any form of abuse. We all know what is happening in our society concerning a girl child, and like we discussed before, I'm a counselor and I'm a social worker. I've handled a lot of cases on regarding child molestation, child rape, child defilement.
That I was going to go back to you being a counselor and the things you have seen when it comes to the protection of the girl child. Can you share your experience with us when it comes to the safety of the girl child and the encounter you've had over time?
Well, I didn't just go into maybe creating a foundation or having a foundation. It's because of what I've gone through as a social worker. As a social worker, we settle social issues, but mostly we have cases of domestic violence, child defilement, and all that. And I've seen a lot of cases where a 3-year-old will be defiled, a 5-year-old will be defiled. A lot of cases like that. Most times I cried, but I just have that passion to help. And I've seen a lot of women come into our offices to complain about abandonment because maybe they have a girl child. And my NGO used to sensitize the community. We always do a lot of advocacy in the community that there is no child that is not important. A girl child is important. We have a lot of women in place of authority today because the narrative is changing. Okay. And we have seen a lot of cases where women will come because they have 3 girls, their husband abandoned them, and because they don't have a job, they are not employed. So that is why we encourage, and that is why this International Day of a Girl Child is very, very important, so that girls will have access to education. They will have access to education, and they will also be respected, and they will also be protected. If they have right to education, they will also be able to compete with their fellow counterpart in the society. Yes. And they will be able to decide on their own what do they want to do with their life. If there's any issue in marriage, they will be there to support their children. They will not be dependent on the husband, because most of them cannot leave the marriage. Domestic violence, a lot of women doesn't want to leave their marriage because of what? They don't have a job. They don't have a job.
But when independence is preached from early stage.
When it is picked from early stage, if they are educated, I always tell people that it's not only going to school. You can also have a vocational skill. You can also be trained in a skill. What are the talents a girl child have? When you see it as a parent, you develop that talent. We all know what is happening now, that vocational skills is very, very lucrative now. A tailor will sew a cloth, and hairdressing. So a lot of things are happening now. A lot of changes. The narrative is changing. So we need to also equip a girl child so that if there's any issue in their marriage or in their relationship, and which we are not praying for, they will stand on their ground and take care of their children.
As they grow up in life, for them to be able to be independent.
And those are the things I always see whenever they come to complain. I always ask, what are you doing? Do you have a job? Most of them doesn't have a job. So how do they take care of their children? Because you don't have a job and a man has abandoned you with 3 kids. How do you go about it? And that is why we have a lot of crime in the society.
Oh, well said. Well said. SECURITY247 is the program you are listening to on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM And today's program is dedicated to also celebrate the International Day of the Girl Child. And we're talking about the things that can help and enhance a better life for the children as it is. Of course, everything that can help them have a good life, everything that can help them stay safe and secure. Remember, we're particularly concerned about their security and their safety in life. And for them to be able to, do all that, they need to be independent. They need to have the right level of confidence for them to walk through the issues of life. All right, just a quick break. Let's take a look at the traffic situation going on in the metropolis as it is. All right, there is a report that says a broken down truck at Ivrawo in Wadoniri with mechanical issue. I say tow truck contacted, but it is not affecting movements at the moment. All right, another one. Let's take a look at Lekki Aja access that says vehicular movement descending from Jubilee Bridge inward Ilaja is gathering momentum at the moment. Now, Ilaja, VJC, Ikota, Eleganza, Toll Plaza down to Chevron is also very good to go. Now, immediately after Chevron, traffic lights inward Igwe for slow movement down a bit, and that's due to the bad portion of the road in front of Access Bank. But immediately after that, the bad road, faster rate inward Igwe Agungi or Sakpa. From there, connecting Jack on the traffic light intersection is slow, and that's due to traffic light alternation. Now, if your movement continues all the way to Chisco, Ikate, you have a good movement. Ikate inward Mawa is approachable, while the return journey all the way from Mawa back to Ilaja, the entire stretch is good to go. It says in the impediment is negative, while we have officers on ground doing the needful. And welcome back to Security 247 on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. We're still very much here having the discussion on the International Girl Child Day that was celebrated yesterday, and we're doing this in commemoration of the day. And my guest in the studio this morning is Oluwaseyi Alashe, who is a counselor, who is a child right advocate, who is a practitioner when it comes to the issues of security and safety, all encompassing when it comes to counseling, when it comes to advocacy, when it comes to children, when it comes to family. All put together is what she represents when it comes to, all that I've listed. And like we've been discussing, taking a look at the things that the girl child needs to know, what they need to do to stay safe, to stay protected, and for them to be independent of the vices that goes on in our society. Are you, as a parent, I'm sure you're concerned about your children, of course, giving them the perfect landing for them to grow in life, for them to be able to face challenges that comes with them growing year in, year out. And for the encounters that they would experience, you as a person need to enhance your children. All right, so back to our conversation, Mrs. Oluwaseyi. Now, when it comes to ensuring confidence in the girl child, how do I put it? What is the level or what's the impact of your organization ensuring confidence, ensuring that the girl child is able to stand on their feet? Have you been to schools to also do talks, to have conversations with these girls?
Yes. My NGO wrote a letter to Education District 1 in Agege, because our office is located at Agege, Pensinema. So we wrote a letter, and we were approved to give social support to students, teachers, and parents. So we do go to schools. We have 99 schools under District 1, Education District 1. So we have been going to schools to sensitize students, and most especially girls. We always talk on self-discovery. Okay. Because when they discover themselves, they will know their capability, they will know their weakness, and they will know their strengths. Yeah. So they will need to work on their weakness sometimes. So we give them that training. We explain to them what self-discovery is. That have they actually discovered their talent, or the area they know that they are very good at, so and they can develop that one. So that's what we always do. We always train them on that aspect: self-discovery, personal hygiene, on how to take care of themselves, and they should not see having a monthly menstrual cycle does not mean maybe they are different from other children. They are also special, and that one is created by God, not any human. So they should take it with good faith and take care of themselves. Personal hygiene. So we normally distribute pads to girls in schools. So after telling them to discover themselves and to be confident, and we have seen a lot of progress, because most of them have issues. At the end of the training, we always ask them. We know you can't take up mic and be asking questions, because they will feel shy or something like that. Maybe somebody will bully them because of it. So just write a note and send it, and as a feedback. So sometimes we tackle those questions in their presence, why sometimes we have to contact their counselors so that they can take up from there. Because whenever we are having an event like that, I always bring counselors, so that any one of them that is having issues at home, they will be able to talk to them and ask a lot of questions. And it involves us bringing their parents to school, to the school counselor. Then we'll do that. So, and what is our aim? Just to make them to be confident and be able to do what? To compete with their peer outside. They should be confident of themselves. So that's what we do.
Well said. But then it's not just the girl child alone. I'm sure you also advocate for the boy.
Then we always advocate for boys too, because we discovered that a lot of NGOs concentrated on girls. I'm not saying it's bad, it's not bad, but what we are saying is that, okay, we are grooming the girls. What of the boys? We leave them unattended to. We need to groom those boys. I was so sad when my NGO visited Ikoyi prison last month. We saw a lot of men, boys. I will say boys because we have 18 years upward there, but to me they are still boys. Some of them, I have an 18-year boy now. He's still living under my roof. So I said boys because they are still young. What are they doing there? Which means parents have neglected their duty, their responsibility to take care of them. I'm not putting the blame on the parents, but most times we concentrate on the girls. Please, let's groom our boys. When we finish grooming these girls, who is going to marry them? They are going into a relationship. How will the men treat them when they get married? So we need to groom boys too. So it's an equal level. It's an equal level field. So we are advocating for girls to be equal with the boys, but don't let us forget the boys too, because we can also make the boys an agent of change. Okay. Well said. It's all hands on deck to ensure that everyone is safe, both the boys and the girls. And the boys can also be an agent of change for the girls, and the same way the girls can also be an agent of change for the boys. It's all for us to have a better society and live a better life, free of crime, free of anything that could pose as negative vices for our children in all. Right? Okay. Yes. Then you want me to say more? I can say more. Then I always complain. We all understand what is happening in the economy now. We have poverty. We have child marriage. It's also, in fact, a major problem, because this Child Rights Law, Federal Republic of Nigeria, this Child Rights Act of 2003 is only 25 states that have adopted it, out of 36 states. So what is happening to the other states? So government should make sure every state adopts this Child Rights Act, so to reduce. We know we can't just eradicate it. To reduce child marriage. Okay. To reduce child marriage, so that when we reduce child marriage, a girl child will sit down and be confident and be ready to go to school and to live a meaningful life. That they have a future, and that is why the theme for this year is Girls' Vision for the Future. So let them have that right to dream. That, okay, we're in a sane society, a security conscious society, that they have planned for us as a girl. So let them dream to be somebody great in life
and be able to
work towards it and achieve it and be a better person in the society and contribute greatly to our society. So that is why they said train a girl and do what? Train the whole world.
Train a girl and train not just train a community and then train
the world.
Train the world. Hopefully, we would continue this conversation next week because we have just about few minutes to go. But let me quickly take a look at all the traffic situation that we have before we take our final word on today's topic. I wish we could actually get contributions from our listener, just celebrating our girl child and giving the word of confidence, that word of knowledge that yes, they can go ahead and conquer what needs to be conquered. All right, another report coming in from Oresto Deleki Aja axis saying vehicular movements descending from Jubilee Bridge inward Ilaje is a bit on a slow movement, while Ilaje inward VGC Kotali Ganza is still very good to go. And taking a look at the live camera right here in the studios, for those around Ijai axis, they have a good movement around Ijai axis. For those around Allen Junction, still very good to go. Ojota Interchange have a good movement. Pensinema on the Nudge is also experiencing good movement without an issue. All right, as we round off on Security 247 this morning, your last word as we say our goodbye.
My last word is to women. Please, fight for your child. I watched a movie maybe yesterday. I've not finished the movie. It's Inside Life. The way the woman reacts to what is happening to her girl child